We dig it, and so do the South Spartans. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the Sports Desk jumps on board to show how Torrance athletes are making a local impact in the fight against cancer. Plus, the South Bay is full of rivalries, and a year ago, this one presented its challenges for the West Warriors more than once. They get their shot at redemption, but this time around, it's for much more than just a playoff loss payback. Meanwhile, historic Murdoch Stadium hosts its final regular season football game. The Warriors, hoping some friendly ghosts of Elko's past, are hanging around the stadium as they push to keep their postseason hopes alive. Grab a seat and see what's going on in Torrance's sports scene. It's the Sports Desk, and it starts right now. Hey there, Torrance. Great to have you here. Welcome to another week on the Sports Desk as we're about to wrap up Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So, we're going to start off by jumping on a topic that reaches far beyond our local sports community. It's a tradition made popular and most recognizable now in the NFL when every October, athletes don shoes, cleats, socks, wristbands, anything pink in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Their crucial Catch campaign and Change program have become ways of encouraging women to get annual screenings in the fight against cancer, and the popularity of those efforts has become a national campaign across all sports. Right here at home, our Haley Outen steps onto the court with one of the CIF Southern Section's top volleyball squads as a part of the South Bay's twist on contributing to Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
According to the American Cancer Society, 1 in every 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. And today, that is what both of these teams played for. The Spartans hosted the Tartars in their annual Dig Pink game, and that is what drove both of these teams tonight in an important Pioneer League matchup.
You know, there's just everybody in our program has been touched by so many people. There's not just one. This year for DJ Dewey, it's a big deal. But there's just been so many people who've touched our program. It goes to all of them, not just one person.
Dig Pink is a volleyball event that takes place in gyms all throughout the country. And when South High's coach, Robert Cooch, caught wind of it several years ago, he decided he was going to make it happen on the Spartan campus.
I'd seen it done, on videos or different things, and thought, you know what a great idea to raise money for a great cause.
In order to successfully carry out an event like this, Coach Cooch can't take all the credit. It took the help and spirit of many parents, staff, and students to make this a special night.
It was really just, I took the idea to my booster club, and we've got a great group, a parent booster club, and I said, hey, I'd like to do this event, but I need some help. And just a bunch of people started kicking in ideas. The campus really bought into it. So many people bought the pink shirts and everything, and it's just been very well supported.
And with so much support for such a great cause, the Spartans plan to be digging pink for a long time to come.
It's a tradition we've started. This is the 4th year now. We just want to keep it going.
It was a big South Torrance win as the Spartans continued their undefeated streak in league. But this win was more than just a fight for a Pioneer League trophy. It was to inspire those that are fighting a much bigger battle. From South High School, I'm Haley Outen for the Sports Desk.
So South and Torrance High, part of the Side Out Foundation's 1,500 high school squads and 500 college teams making an impact in the lives of breast cancer patients and their families this year. You can check out their website, side-out.org, for other ways to contribute with the Side Out Foundation. Of course, there's plenty going on around town when it comes to Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Region 15 AYSO referees here in Torrance rocked pink game jerseys. Ever been to Sky Zone here in Torrance? Well, they're still holding their pink Sky Socks fundraiser for any of their fitness classes or team events. Point is, Breast Cancer Awareness Month is wrapping up, but there's still a chance to make an impact right here in Torrance. Keeping it with the South Spartans, their second and final regular season matchup against North High in a battle for the Pioneer League lead going down this week as well. Last year, the co-Pioneer League champs took it down to the wire with North winning the first matchup and taking a quick 2-set lead on the final night of the season before the Spartans rallied back and earned their share of the title. Round 1 went to the Spartans on their home court this year, and this one turns out to be a mirror image of what we saw last season. South jumped out to a 2-set lead right away and almost had the league title wrapped up with a 23-22 lead in the third set before the Saxons recorded a win for the ages. Coach Mark Pioch told his team all night they would force the Spartans to 5 sets, and the ladies proved him right. One more week to go in the season, and Safe Money says we will be looking at another shared Pioneer League title this year. Okay, gonna take a short break here. Up next, more love for the ladies around town. This week, we will return to the hardwood with more girls volleyball, including a visit from another Pioneer team looking to earn their bid into the playoffs alongside North and South.
Before you're treated for breast cancer, get the facts. Women who are told about their breast reconstruction options report feeling in control and experiencing a higher quality of life after cancer.
I know because I am one of them.
I know because I am one of them.
I know because I am one of them.
Before you undergo surgery for breast cancer, get the facts. Make sure you know your breast reconstruction options. For more information, visit broaddayusa.org.
All the preparation, the training, it all comes down to this.
To be a winning team, you have to work like a winning team.
We have a job to do out here today.
Some people think it's about muscle, but it's really about heart. A lot of heart.
My team depends on me.
And my team is 50,000 strong. Looks like a lot of work's going into this.
Is what it feels like to be part of a team.
A winning team.
The action team.
Get in on the action at actionteam.org. Are you in?
Hello and welcome back to the Sports Desk. We're going to circle back around to those Torrance Tartars we saw in the Dig Pink game where South High clearly presented a major challenge. And with North alongside them, it's been a two-squad race for first this season. Meanwhile, the Tartars have been grinding just as hard, working for their own spot in the playoff hunt this season. So Tamara Latta checks in with the girls of Torrance High to see if they can position themselves for a postseason berth.
Thanks, Juan. The Lady Tartars enjoyed their third sweep of the season against the Cardinals.
This win definitely contributed to part of our playoff record because we just need a couple more games to get us in and our team will be in there.
We're getting closer to 500 in league. We're 3-4. We have another game on Tuesday against Centennial that hopefully we should be victorious at, and that puts us at 4-4 with 2 to play and sets us up to keep our playoff hopes alive. So this win was just another step into keeping our playoff hopes alive.
Torrance dominated in every aspect of the game. They combined for 23 kills, 11 aces, and 5 digs.
Everyone played together as a team. Everyone was having fun, not worrying about each other's mistakes. And we just were all calm and we were composed.
For this Torrance team, communication on the court has been the key to their success.
We do work on a lot of drills during practice that definitely work on communication, and I felt like communication was one of the things that is definitely getting better by the end of the season.
Outside hitter Jayla Motley was held out due to a sprained toe injury, but that didn't stop her from participating in other team activities. Words couldn't express how proud Jalen was of her teammates.
We did a lot of really good hits. They were really good. We served well. There were a lot of, every now and then it was a little messy, but we cleaned it up. Passes were good, sets were good, and hits was good. So it was just a nice, clean performance.
It was a happy ending. A huge win on senior night, something they will remember for a long time.
It felt great. It was kind of strange to finally be one of the seniors because I felt time went by so fast, and I felt like I was just a freshman yesterday, and to be honored just felt great, and having everyone there was just awesome.
Right now, I'm overwhelmed because it went by so quick, but I feel honored because we've all gone through so much, and I'm just proud of everyone.
6 seniors, and they've been in the program and for their 4 years, and they've worked really hard, and it's nice to have them get rewarded today with a good performance, and yeah.
Thanks for that, Tamara. Now, speaking of teams that have faced stiff competition all season, the Bishop Montgomery Knights certainly have their fair share of stories. While some squads are lucky enough to get a break here and there within league play as the playoffs near, Reina Ale finds that the Knights are just about to jump head first into the thick of it all as they get decked out in their own pink unis for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Bishop Montgomery bounced back after a frustrating loss to LaSalle with a sweet victory over Bishop Vermont.
I felt comfortable enough to kind of get everybody in tonight, which was the first time I've ever been able to do that. So I was happy that they continued to play together no matter who was on the court, and the bench was excited the whole time no matter who was on the court. So I'm proud of the girls for sticking with it, and even though we lost a set, we came back and we took care of business and finished the match.
The Knights were led by senior Ashley Murray, who had 9 kills and 12 digs, and sparked their Game 4 comeback to send the Lancers home. She is determined to finish on top for the rest of her schedule, especially on her senior night.
I think we performed pretty well tonight, and we were trying out some new rotations since senior night is next Tuesday, so we were throwing in as many seniors as we could. So we kind of changed rotation to see what was going to work.
Freshman Madison Reynolds tallied 71 assists, and her older sister Miranda had 41. The Reynolds sisters were the key to Bishop's dominating offense for the night.
We came out really strong. We had a really good warm-up. We've been practicing really hard, so it's certainly paid off during the last couple points of that game, and I'm glad everyone got in.
With this victory, the Knights are currently second place in the Del Rey League and have 2 more games until playoffs.
Well, I think every day we keep getting better. Every day in practice, we keep working on the things that we struggle in the games. So I don't think we really have a problem keeping up momentum.
The Lady Knights came decked out in their pink uniforms in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and to top off this special night, they beat the Lancers 3-1. In Torrance, this is Raina Ale reporting for the Sports Desk.
Thank you, Raina. Okay, a little more love for the ladies today. We'll get to the fellas across town shortly, but first, a quick shout out to a couple tennis teams locking up league titles. First up, South took down North with the singles sweeping their 9 sets for a final 15-3 victory. The win capped off an 8-0 run in Pioneer League play for the Spartan ladies. And meanwhile, the Bishop Montgomery girls also getting business done. They beat Santa Monica 12-6 and claimed the Del Rey League title. So, 2 tennis squads this week wrapping up our salute to the ladies of Torrance. All right, everybody, one more break. Guys, I told you to chill. You get your time on TV next. Here's what we got. The Warriors and the Warriors. One squad says goodbye to their longtime home, while another crew on the big stage with a chance to take control of the Bay League against a huge rival.
When international disaster strikes, only one type of donation can purchase clean water, get medical supplies, rebuild homes and businesses, and provide culturally appropriate foods. This one donation gives exactly what is needed for each unique disaster situation. Save lives, save time, donate cash.
Every day, thousands of people suffer from sudden cardiac arrest. Would you know how to help? Or would they be all alone? Learn what to do at heartrescuenow.com.
We're here today to ask people about marriage.
For starters, what's the best thing about being married?
Who I get to stay married to.
This person.
Having a companion.
Do you think your marriage is good for more than just the 2 of you?
Oh, sure, and it'll affect generations after us.
The energy we give out in our home, I think, spreads out to other people.
Sort of stabilizes your whole community. It's the cornerstone of a society, right?
Want to improve your marriage? For ideas, go to foryourmarriage.org. A message from the Catholic Church.
Hey there, welcome back to the Sports Desk. We celebrated it last year, but apparently when a venue has as much history as El Camino's Murdoch Stadium, maybe one farewell just isn't good enough. You've seen it on the big screen, you've seen it in the World Cup qualifiers, and you've seen the Warriors themselves tally historic moment after historic moment on that field. Jenny Phillips heads out to Murdoch Stadium with the Warriors backed into a corner, fighting for their postseason lives down the stretch as they say goodbye to their longtime home.
Thanks, Juan. Last year was supposed to be the final year of the historic Murdoch Stadium's existence. The Warriors walked off the field for what they thought would be the last time after a heartbreaking loss. But obviously the Elko football gods were not okay with that one, because here we are tonight for the final game in Murdoch Stadium. It's for real this time, though, and this year the Warriors were able to end the stadium's history on a high note with a win.
It's special. I mean, to go out with a win and to be part of the last team to play in Murdoch Stadium, it's a unique feeling, and I'm really blessed to be a part of it.
It means a lot. It's actually a great feeling. So last year wasn't so good, and this year we came out with a win, so it feels really good.
While a win always feels great, saying goodbye to Murdoch Stadium brings some mixed emotions to the Elko family.
It's kind of like on Christmas Day whenever everybody's done opening up the presents. You know, everybody's kind of sad, and it's this stadium is like a present. It's a beautiful place to play, and it's a great stadium for the fans.
You know, I grew up here, so you know it is really a special place, and you talk to people that graduated and played here at El Camino, and El Camino has been a real special place to a lot of people.
It kind of feels surreal. It's always been wonderful walking through the tunnel there and coming out and playing in our great stadium. We're going to miss it, absolutely.
For the special night, Coach Featherstone even invited some players from his old 1968 Warriors team to see the stadium off with him.
Coach Featherstone was really attached to it, and he had some former players come and talk to us before the game and stuff, and they were here to watch us, so to play in front of them was really great.
Me being able to be a ball boy on the first game and then coming here for this last game and seeing you know all the guys from the team that we played with in '68 is just unbelievable. So much fun.
Despite the emotional send-off, Feather proves he is always the eternal optimist.
You know what? I know we're going to get a really nice new stadium. We'll have fond memories forever with a lot of good photos and a lot of our games that we'll keep, of course, and kids can take a look at that. And always remember just coming through the tunnel and playing in Murdoch.
On to the prep scene now, of course. It's a coin flip if they'd admit it or not, but after losing twice to Palos Verdes in 2012, you wouldn't be making the boldest of statements to suggest the Warriors had this regular season's matchup against the Sea Kings circled on their calendar. Probably with the bright red Sharpie. School rivalries are a part of any and every sport, and with West High moving to the Pioneer League in 2014, their annual throwdown with the team that's won 3 Bay League titles in a row is about to take a step back. Just another point to add to the long list that made a W over PV much more urgent.
They've shared with us their 2013 to-do list all fall. First, win the Bay League. Second, take home a CIF championship. And third, while I'm not exactly quoting anyone here, beat PV was a safe bet for number 3. October 26th circled on calendars after last year's CIF championship game loss. The last time West beat Palos Verdes High, this season's senior class was still a full year away from starting high school. In fact, many of the current Warriors haven't topped PV on the football field since Pop Warner.
It's just that you better be ready to play PV. You know, they're a good football team. They do a nice job up there. They got a good Pop Warner program, and all the way from their young guys all the way up.
I don't think anybody has beat PV since Pop Warner. In high school, I don't think anybody beat PV. They come out really physical. That's all I can say. They come out physical. They play good, and they play with a lot of heart and emotion.
On this night, with the regional television spotlight shown on the West PV rivalry, the Warriors fell yet again, 34-7. But while the game broadcast in any local paper you could find pepped the matchup as West shot at redemption, the Warriors weren't disappointed they lost to a rival, rather discouraged they'd fallen behind in the race for this year's Bay League title. Item number 1 on that to-do list, with no chance for a checkmark this year.
They're just a good football team, you know, and anytime you play one of the better football teams in the Bay League, you better, you know, strap it up and get ready to play. And after last year, you know, and there's certainly our roadblock, you know, to get to what we want to get to, and that CIF championship.
If you have to play the best to be the best, consider this. When the Warriors lost to PV in the 2012 regular season, it sparked them to a 5-game winning rampage in which West scored 47 points a game. Their competition, waiting for them at the end of that run, well, you couldn't write a better storyline.
I mean, we talked about it, but I think we just need to come out harder in practice. That's all I think. Everybody just need to come together, get on one page, and then we can do it. We can do something next week against Penn.
So while it's easiest for us to speak of rivalries with buzzwords like history, payback, and redemption, a quick convo with the leaders of this squad, you're more likely to hear of mutual respect, competition, and growth. Palos Verdes may have the West Warriors number, and the Warriors may salivate at the idea of beating them head-to-head, but it's rivalries like this that raise the bar at West so high. After all, the Warriors do still have space to cross off win the CIF championship on 2013's to-do list.
In another battle for control of league standings, North and El Segundo took to the field, and the Eagles came out with a huge win. The 33-12 loss for North puts them a game behind Gundo at 2-1 in the Pioneer League and only 2 games left in the regular season for each squad. So effectively, the Saxons, the final Torrance school with a shot at the Pioneer League title, 2 games out with 2 to go. Mickey Juarez starting the game behind center and went 10 for 18 before moving to running back for the second half. He returns kicks, he tosses the pill, now he carries the rock. I challenged Todd Croce to get Mickey kicking field goals before he goes on to play center field on the baseball team or something, and North High may have found their very own Bo Jackson. Also in the Pioneer League, a week ago, the South Spartans locked up their first win of the season. Now they're on a roll with their first winning streak of the season. Brandon Chavez chewed up 129 yards and 24 carries, 2 of the Spartans' 3 TDs on the night, but just as impressive, the Spartan D backed up in the red zone 4 times, gave up 0 points in any of the Cardinals' trips into the red zone. The real story, though, a week ago, South was celebrating their first win of 2013 after a brutal 0-6 run to start the season. Wiped that all out because the league season gave them a clean slate, and back-to-back wins means the Spartans are sitting at 2-1 against the Pioneer League. Good enough for a second-place tie with just 2 more games to go. So all that fuss for a month and a half, and they've managed to keep their heads up and position themselves for a playoff spot. And that puts the Tartars in a must-win situation. They take care of business against Centennial with a 31-8 road win, setting up what is going to be a potentially crazy scenario to determine second place in the Pioneer League. As it stands this week, North and South Torrance, North, South, and Torrance, all tied for second behind Gundo with just 2 games to go. And all 3 schools, well, they're going to play each other. This Friday, North and South going head-to-head, so somebody's going to be 2-2 and somebody's going to be 3-1 in Pioneer League. If Torrance tops Lawndale, we'll have a 2-way tie for second with the Tartars and the Saxons duking it out in the final game of the season. So depending on the outcome of North and South this week and whether or not Torrance can keep things going, we could be looking at the craziest mishmash of playoff scenarios by the time this weekend starts, with all 3 teams playing each other in the final weeks of the regular season. Okay, gonna throw this out there like I do every week. Here's how you can get in touch with us at the Sports Desk. And for those of you eager to stay on top of everything around town all week long, check out our Facebook page. Photos from games, quick updates on what we're up to here on the show before it airs, and our new Sports Desk Spotlight, where we feature something quick from the show every week to share with all of you online. All right, everybody, that wraps it up for us. The end of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We will see you next time. Have a great week.